The road to the now occupied city of Luhansk used to go through this bridge, but in 2014 Russian hybrid forces blew it up while retreating towards the city. Ukrainian troops are positioned just a few hundred meters from here, and on the other side of the river is the occupied territory. Despite the agreed Minsk ceasefire, Ukrainian troops come under regular shelling attacks from the other side of the Siversky Donets River and often sustain losses.
The
fighting continued for around 2 hours. One fellow was wounded. He lost a part of his finger, and they didn't even send a vehicle to evacuate him because the shelling was so intense. We had to respond and then call for backup. The guys went to town on the militants until they went quiet. Only after around 2.5 hours the ambulance arrived. And even then they didn't get all the way to us. We had to meet them halfway to evacuate the guy.
The wounded serviceman is now in the hospital and out of danger. Meanwhile, the other men in his unit are now upgrading the dugouts. An old curtain came in handy for masking the windows.
We know that even at home, I can stand next to a window behind a curtain and I will see you out on the street while you won't see me. Same applies here. The camo netting doesn't work as well.
Having joined as a volunteer, Sergei has been at the front line for more than 3 years now. He gave us a better tour of the premises.
I invite you to the rehabilitation room. That is our blindage. Why do we call it a rehabilitation room? Because this is where we restore our energy by getting some sleep.
The warm and cozy room comes with its own cat.
We have a pet here, a female cat, something that pretty much every other battalion also has. Her name is Marusia. She brightens our routine and helps us deal with stress.
While some take a well-deserved rest, others clean their guns.
It's important to regularly clean our weapons at the front line. In case of shelling, the soldiers immediately grab their weapons and run to a position to return fire. In our free time, we regularly clean our weapons, pretty much every day.
This unit has its own sauna. The servicemen built it themselves in only 2 days. Yaroslav was in charge of the little project.
We had a trench out here which didn't lead anywhere. It was a dead end. So we put cellophane on the walls to keep the water and mud out. We've got firewood here, some wooden boards, a 30-liter drum and a potbelly stove. We also do our laundry here.
The Ukrainian servicemen are now thinking about building a mini gym. They've already asked volunteers to bring them a barbell and some weights. Reported by Anastasia Volkova for UATV.